macroeconomic economic area, yeah, and also about the policy, especially in monetary policy and also fiscal policy, because recently, both of this policy have some challenge, I think, and also discuss about how Indonesia have the target, yeah, to escape from the middle income trap. I think this is continue from the first session before. I will share my okay, thank you. For the outline, yeah, we'll talk about the Indonesia challenge to accelerate economic growth. Especially about economic growth itself, and also some recent update about monetary and fiscal policy in my country, and also the strategies for Indonesia economic transformation. I think the third point is have been explored by Mr. Andri before. For the first chapter is about Indonesia challenge to accelerate economic growth. This is the difference, between Korea, South Korea, or Korea Republic, and Indonesia in terms of GDP per capita in Indonesia. I think all of the colleagues know, the GDP per capita is the GDP, and compared to the number of the population in the countries. So for Indonesia, it's still below than I think 12,000 US. So we categorize as lower middle income economy. And we before COVID-19 we have upper middle income, but after COVID, we still categorize as lower middle income. I think this is a big challenge for us, for Indonesia, to make sure that our economy in the future, I think, can grow up, accelerate to become developed country. I think like South Korea, but I think this is the challenge is not easy for me, for us, because we have some challenge in our economic growth. Right? Okay, this is we call it this from the government. I think from the coordinating ministry for economic affairs, and also from we call it Bappenas, national planning. From this picture, we know that we have a plan to move from the lower middle income to be developed country. I think at least we exit the middle income, I think, and we have a target in 2036. I think we exit from the middle income trap, but maybe we need more growth, I think, for our economy, because before COVID, our economic growth is just in average is just 5%, which is stabilized, but we need more than maybe more than 6%, I think, actually, to make sure that in 2036 we can exit the middle income trap. And this is the situation. I think this is long-term analysis from 1976. In the Suharto era, we call it, before economic crisis in 1998, we have a growth about 8% and 7%. And after crisis, economic crisis or monetary crisis, our economic growth is in slowdown, I think, from 6% and 5%. And after the pandemic, we still struggling to achieve 5%. I think even for this years is okay. I think we can achieve 5%, but for the next year, India also have outlook, maybe below than 5%. So this is the challenge, and our Ministry of National Development Planning calculate that Indonesia can escape or exit from the middle income trap if the economic growth is just 5%. So we need more than 5%. From the high, the right one, the high scenario, we need to at least 5.7% every years. And for the basic scenario, at least 5% is okay, but it's more longer, for to achieve the situation, to achieve to escape the middle income trap. So I think this is the lesson learned from the South Korea is so important for me, especially from the point about how to accelerate the education, and also how to choose, I think, the strategy of the industry. So many strategy of the industry, but we need to make sure that we choose the right one. And also for the other situation is as Mr. Andri presented before, our contribution of industry is low for the economic growth. This is I think the big problem in Indonesia, when the contribution of industry and also growth of industry is lower if we compare before crisis, monetary crisis in 1998, and the condition after crisis, there is big different in terms of growth. I think the solution is like the title or the theme in the discussed today, industrialization is a must, like our senior researcher said, Mr. Didi Rahimi before, but I think downstreaming, hilirisasi, it's not easy for Indonesia. We try with nickel, and right now the situation is from the WTO complain about what Indonesia want, and we lose in WTO right now. And so this is I think that for the future is not easy for us try to make downstream or industry. Okay, the other issue about Indonesian economic is national economic competitiveness. I think for some issue, Indonesia have a good opportunity to, like we have attractiveness, like the dynamism of the economy, open and positive attitude, and also cost competitiveness. So this is I think the reason why some of corporate from Korea move to Indonesia, especially in, I think, in textile. Yeah, I know they build industry in Jepara or Central Java, in Boyolali, yeah, because the cost, especially in labor cost, is so cheap, and yeah, they never try to demonstrate about the wage. Yeah. But the other situation, yeah, this is from this survey, I think, from the research of World Bank. Yeah, we have low indicator or attractiveness. Yeah, this the in the bottom line there are three. Yeah, high education level, effectiveness, legal environment, and also strong R&D culture. Yeah, so I think this is the most serious problem in our country to achieve a good competitiveness, yeah, in the global economy. So yeah, from this picture you can see it's too small, I think, but yeah, Indonesia is from the rank of Indonesia is still, yeah, I think, yeah, 44 is still, yes, I think middle, yeah, yeah. Compared with Korea, of course, better Korea and then Indonesia. And yeah, this is the situation also to illustrate the difference between Korea and Indonesia. In economy, we have indicator like total factor productivity (TFP), which calculate how economy can grow, yeah, with labor, capital, or the others. Yeah, the others it's mean like technology. Yeah, if more technology in this in the country, yeah, for to push the economic growth, so that the FP higher. And we know from the picture for the Indonesia, it's the TFP, the red one is minus. Yeah, it's mean that our economic growth, 5% of our economic growth, there is no support from the technology. I think this is yeah, just from the labor, yeah, and also capital. Yeah, it's mostly from the labor and capital. So this is, yeah, the different situation in like in, yeah, Korea. Yeah, you can see that Korea have a TFP, I think, higher TFP. So the Korea, yeah, the component of the technology also include in the economic growth. Why Indonesia don't have a high TFP or even negative TFP? Because yeah, from our working population, for the education is still, yeah, below from diploma and also university. I think, yeah, most of our working population is come from junior high school. Yeah, I think, yeah. So this is the problem when, yeah, we know about the digitalized, it can push the economic growth, but at the same time our population is still, yeah, need more learning, I think, yeah, to make sure that this have impact to our economy. Okay, and yeah, the other is, this is just to show that the R&D expenditure, yeah, compared to the GDP, South Korea is so higher, I think, but Indonesia is, yeah, small, very small, I think, if compared to Korea, Korea Republic. Yeah. So this is the support from the R&D is still low for Indonesia. So from this situation, we know that the other indicator said that IT and R&D capital contribution, share in capital input growth, it's for the Korea is high, maybe more than 30%, and for the Indonesia is low, the blue one, this one, it's categorized as low. So this is so the conclusion for this slide is we know that if we push the economic growth without support to IT or R&D, I think it's so hard to achieve a better situation in our economic growth. And the other factor, this is also the challenge of our economy, is low institutional factor. This is like we discussed before about corruption, and also about the red bureaucracy. This is also our challenge. Even from the rank, we Indonesia might improve, I think, from the situation to the situation is better, but it's not enough, I think, because for the low institutional factor, as this slide come from a survey from the company. So this is very, I think, how to say, this is we can say that this is proof by companies. So company, from the research, so I think the situation, because we have a problem in effective legal environment. So the situation, our economic growth is still low, I think. Even it's sometimes better than the other country, but we need more than 5%. The other indicator is about, this is technically ICOR, we can say incremental capital output ratio. So the value, I think the money, maybe how like this, to increase 1% of this GDP growth, 1%, not 5%, we need 6.5% in investment. So it's costly, because before in the Suharto era, we call Suharto era in this time, it's just 2 and 4%, and right now it's more than 6%, and I think this is not competitive. Even in ASEAN, maybe this is below the average, I think. So why? Because so many red type bureaucracy, I think, and also corruption in our country. We still fight this problem, I think. So this situation, and this is the one of the most problem for the investor, I think, to invest in Indonesia. Okay, and the situation is also the industrial sector, of course. Mr. Andri have presented about this data. From this data we know that cumulative investment in machinery and equipment is still relatively low compared to neighbor country. From this, we know that accumulated investment in machinery and equipment, it means that our industry is still, we can say, still weak compared to the other country. The other is, this is our Indonesia opportunity actually, but we need to push the ecosystem, that make sure that Indonesia can optimize the digital economy. We have big population, but some challenge like domination of import product in our digital economy, especially in e-commerce. I think more than 90% of our e-commerce is, yeah, the product is come from import, I think. Yeah, so the for the SMEs, it's still hard to yeah, to competitive in e-commerce platform. They can yeah, register in e-commerce, but to sell in e-commerce, it's another thing. Yeah. I think they need improvement in how to sell, how to make sure the picture is clear, yeah, and how to yeah, I think the speed to yeah, to respond the complaint from the buyer, and also to send the product itself. And also the other yeah, the other challenge, yeah, about the competitiveness of imported product, and yeah, the increase of foreign ownership on e-commerce, it also become our challenge. But yeah, for in-depth, and also in-depth have a research with Google in Asia Pacific that prove that the Indonesian digital economy is potential. And yeah, this is also the some challenge, I think, for the source of economic financing. So as Prof. Lee said before, that the to make sure that the country can become a developed country, we need the transformation, but of in industrialize and also in financing. In financing, the most problematic is the sort of saving. Yeah, we can say saving. In Indonesia is still low. So because the saving is low, yeah, we need capital from the foreign FDI. We need FDI to make sure that we have enough money to push the economic growth. But the other situation, when we try to invite, yeah, the money comes to Indonesia, yeah, we need to give the yield. Yeah, I think if we compare to the other country, the yields like this is the government bond for Indonesia is, yeah, higher than the other country. It's mean even we have some situation, we have investment grade in this. So I think if we standardize, we same in investment grade. Yeah, in my mind, yeah, I think this yield, I think it's the same like the other country, because we also investment grade country. But yeah, it's different from the investor side. From the investor, especially in finance investor, said that I need more yield if I buy the government bond in Indonesia. So this is the situation. Yeah, yeah, maybe there is some maybe challenge. Yeah, like for the government is also try to decrease this yield, but I think not easy, because yeah, we need more money from the foreigner, from the FDI, and also from the financial market to build our country. Yeah. At the same time, the investor need high yield for their income. So the imbalances growth of credit and third-party funds also happen in Indonesia. So when COVID-19 coming, it's the situation is the growth of our saving is more than our credit, of course, because the economic actually real sector is in the troubles. So I think yeah, there is no problem about the liquidity, the third party fund or saving. But after we yeah, I can say endemic, the end of pandemic, the recent situation is the growth of the third party fund is below than the credit. Yeah, so it's will stimulate to every bank in Indonesia try to yeah try to find the liquidity, so they will increase the interest rate and the real sector will be slowed down. And the other situation in this situation, share of our credit per sector is also unequal. I think yeah, most of our credit, yeah, banking credit is to I think to trade, yeah, retail trade and also the yeah manufacturing is also high, but it's high more the highest is the trade. So we need to make sure that the proportion of this sector is equal to make sure that every sector in Indonesia can push, yeah, can access the credit. Okay, from the GDP to credit to GDP ratio, also we can see that Indonesia is still low, yeah, below the Philippines. Yeah, this is the situation why we need more financing from abroad. And this is the monetary policy update. I think from the monetary policy update, especially in the financial sector, the recently problem I think in Indonesia is about global recession. Yeah, the projection from the IMF that 2033, next year, the global economy will face recession. But actually, for the Indonesia, the probability to get recession is still low, very low, I think. But this is in the data, but in the media, it's different. Every day, yeah, so many economists, yeah, talk about how the probability Indonesia become recession in 2000 and the next years, yeah, 2023. It's so common, yeah, and even sometimes we cannot make a clear difference between recession and crisis. I think this is from the academic side, it's so different. But for the common people, yeah, recession is a crisis. It's same, yeah, but it's actually different, yeah. In 2020, we Indonesia also get a recession, and this is not crisis, right? Because yeah, today we achieve 5% economic growth. But this the story in our country, even IMF just predict it just about our Bloomberg, yeah, just predict about 3%. But the sound in social media and also in online media is a big about the probability of recession. Okay. So this is the first challenge for the monetary sector to not just also to take some policy to tackle this the probability, but also to make a clear communication, I think, for the people, yeah, for the citizens, to make sure that the recession is still far in Indonesia, especially. Why? Because actually, because degree of the openness in Indonesia, it's different, I think, from Korea, even from Korea. Yeah. Korea, it's so open. They have a good global value chain. Yeah. But Indonesia, from the export and import, yeah, to GDP, it's still low. It's just about maybe 25%, I think. Yes, it's still low compared to the other countries. So if the global recession, yeah, I think Indonesia is still survive. So the other situation in monetary policy is the inflation. Yeah, from this picture we can see that inflation is I think higher than last year, but yeah, it's still controllable, I think. Yeah, because our inflation is about 5.95, 95. Yeah. Actually for Indonesia, the level of inflation about 5 to 7, it's still okay, still controllable because we are a developing country. It's different with US maybe. If right now US, the inflation in US is 7%. It's become the situation is bad, yeah, in economy. But for the Indonesia, actually, natural rate of inflation in our country is 6%. So I think this is still still have a good situation, yeah, in the term of inflation. And also the policy rate, yeah, this is from our central bank. Yeah, try to I think because this is stimulated by the Fed. The Fed increased their Fed fund rate. So BI tried to also increase the rate, the policy rates, but not too aggressive like US. And from the exchange rate, we know there's I think not just Indonesia, every country right now face the same situation. When America increase their interest rates, it will hurt the exchange rate in the other country, and we can see from this data, Indonesia also face the depreciation. And I think for the next year, I think rupiah will be at least maybe 16,000, I think, per US dollar. So this is the consequence because we have, I can say we have limited international reserve, I think, not as huge as China maybe, or even as Korea, South Korea. But it's still manageable, but the trend is depreciation. Okay, and the situation about the credit growth, our credit growth is double digit right now, maybe about 10% or 11%, but it's still not enough. We need at least to make sure that, as our presentation, 6% of our economic growth, we need at least 20% for the credit growth. If we just if we below 20%, the economy cannot achieve 6%. Why? Because about maybe 70% of our economy is depend on banking sector. So this the reason. So even this is the OJK achieve the target, I think it's still we need more than 10% or 11% to make sure that we can exit from the middle income trap. This is the indicator, to make sure that we are in the health situation or in the war situation. We usually compare to the situation when the monetary crisis in 1998 and also global atau subprime mortgage crisis in 2008. Yeah. And we know from this data, it's better situation right now. Okay, this is also the recent situation about our economics. Yeah, like this indicator PMI Market Indonesia. This is the indicator about the optimism or pessimism from the real sector, and you can see from the data, we are still more than 50. It's been optimism. So we in the optimism situation. Sometimes decrease, but for the latest situation is we are still optimistic about the situation. Yeah, and the other indicator is about retail sales and also grow up, I think. And yeah, I think the challenge about the situation is net capital flow. From the situation, we have negative capital flow because the COVID-19. I think many capital from the other countries outflow from Indonesia, and until now it's never come back to Indonesia again because the situation is we face a global recession. So I think we need to wait until the global situation is better, and then after that the capital will inflow in Indonesia again. And this is the about the risk, I think, from the depreciation of the rupiah. Journalists asked me about the how far rupiah will decrease because of the situation from the United States. And I can say from the capital outflow, I think the risk is low because it's different. Before COVID-19, most of our government securities or government bond from the foreign holder is about maybe I can say this is about 40%, but after the COVID-19 it's just about 40 or 15%. So the decrease itself make Indonesia more sustained when the issue about like the US Fed rate and the other speculation. But unfortunately, the buyer of this government securities is come from bank, especially from commercial bank. So this make, because we give yield competitive yields, I think, for the banking. So the banking, we can say lazy banking, I think, because they comfortable to buy the government bond, then try to give a credit for this real sector. So this is if the situation is not changed, I think that we also difficult to push our economic growth more than 5%. And this is also the risk that sometimes comparing to the other country, but from this situation, actually from the debt profile, we know that most of Indonesian debt, external debt for Indonesia is long term, I think. So because this is the long term, so the issue about short term, about the global recession, about the increase of the Fed fund rate and all the other issue in financial sector fundamentally not have a big impact, I think, for the economic situation. But I think for the speculation, it's still the problem in Indonesia is about the I think the view of media of the situation. Or we did maybe because our financial market, our capital market, it's more come from capital gain than dividend. I think so. If we need capital gain, we need to shock the market to make sure that we have capital gain. Okay, this is the situation, but actually it's okay, I think, for this situation, because we have long-term debt, dominate long-term debt, not short-term debt. This is for rupiah. I will explore more about our exchange rate, rupiah, because this is recently rupiah more volatile, I think, from this data you can see. For this years, to make sure that rupiah is still stabilized on the target of Bank Indonesia, we need I think maybe about 9 billion US dollar, I think, to save the rupiah, to make sure that the rupiah still in 15,000 per USD. So this is the situation when this increase or decrease, I mean depreciation. In this situation, the international reserve, our international reserve is decreasing because we need more to operate the market. And right now, for this international reserve, it's enough to cover about 6 months to import from abroad, and also to pay the government external debt, government debt. It's still safe because the standard for the international reserve, it's about maybe 3 months. So we have 6 months. It's safe. But we don't know if in the situation in 2023 the commodity price is slow down. We cannot have a big international reserve, and then the situation is maybe different. And what about the fiscal policy? This is from the fiscal policy. In the revenue side, we know that this year, commodity price is boom. So from this the commodity, we know that we have a good tax revenue, but mostly from the commodity, especially from the mining, and from the mining, and also from the economy also better than 2020. But this is the situation, and the increase of the tax revenue based on the commodity price, the high commodity price. And from the budget development on priority program, I think this is from the expenses side. We know that this is some sector, some focus of our sector. We have focus on education. It's at least 20%, I think, mandatory from the regulation to expand in education, and the other is social protection. Infrastructure is also our priority, and health is 5%. So actually our budget is yeah, I can say maybe how to say the we need to 25 in education, 5% in health, and the other 75% is the others. Yeah. So what happened with the budget? We still need to allocate this 5% and this 20%. It's by default by regulation. So the how to say the room to accelerate the economy is, I think, limited, yeah, because yeah, our budget is pegging. Yeah, this is the focus of our national economic recovery program. This is because we faced the COVID-19, so from the 2020 to 2022, our expand the deficit in Indonesia. So the government allowed to make more deficit to make sure that they can control the COVID-19 itself, and also the recovery itself. But the 23 the situation is different. Yeah, we need to back to the deficit below 3% to GDP. So at the same situation in the next year, I think the price of the commodity it's below than right now, I think. So that's a challenge when the tax revenue increase because on the commodity boom, but at the same time at the next year, we will face the decrease in the commodity price and also the global recession. At the same time, we need to limit our deficit below 3%. I think this is the big challenge for the fiscal policy to support the stability or maybe the increase of or the accelerate of economic growth. And yeah, I think even this is for the 2023, but the assumption, I think, from the some assumption is miscalculated. I think. Like this is it, the exchange rate is still 40,000. It's more than 50,000. Inflation, and also it's too low. I think we face the inflation more than 5%, and I think this is too high to the target 5.3. Okay. Yeah, and this is also the from the fiscal policy side. This is our incentive policy to boost the economy. We have tax holiday, tax allowance, investment allowance, and super deduction tax. So many, I think, incentive from the Indonesia, but the most problem, yes, we know from the investor side, the most problem is about the red tape bureaucracy and the how to say the education itself to support the labor. So I think it's need to make a match between the incentive and the problem that faced by investor. And yeah, I think this is the last data from the fiscal policy side is about tax ratio. Why this is so important? Because our tax ratio actually in the situation is decreased from time to time. It's maybe just about 8%, or maybe for this year is just 9%. And the World Bank have research that if the country cannot achieve at least 15% for the developing country in the tax ratio, they cannot escape from the middle income trap. So this is the big situation when we have just 8% in tax ratio, but we want to exit from the middle income trap. I think this is so challenges. Yeah. So we need to make sure that double this tax ratio to make sure we have budget to push the economic growth. So for the closing, I think the strategy for Indonesia to make sure that economic transformation, to make sure we can exit from the middle income trap. Yeah, we need to improve economic competitiveness. Yeah, focus on skill, expertise. In the common education. I think. And second, to increase industrial capacity and capability. I think Indonesia focus on export-oriented and investment, and also regional base mapping. How to say zone, industrial zone. And the third is about to utilize digital economy in Indonesia. I think this is big opportunity. But we need we face some challenge, I think. But I think for the future, I think this is will be the potential to accelerate our economic growth. And the last is about to strengthen the structure and source of financing, because financing is so important to make sure we can accelerate our economic growth. I think that's all. And maybe there is some questions. Thank you.
Any question? Yes, I didn't understand. Maybe.
I will stop share screen.
No. Any question?
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. I would, regarding the economic Indonesian, recently, as we know, Indonesian already formal or legalized the law of omnibus
law.
So it comprises of a lot of parts in there, labor, and according to your research in here, what's the real impact, the context of positive impact to our economic growth regarding impact of omnibus law itself?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Raji. About the omnibus law, especially in the area of labor, omnibus law about labor. I think there is a different perspective. From the investor side, I think they optimist. They like, because this regulation is simplified. More than 70 regulation. I think but from the other side, it's maybe from the civil society. I think it's there is some regulation that they challenge to change in our how to say Mahkamah Agung, Mahkamah Konstitusi, Constitutional Court. And so and at the time the situation is there is the government give actually 2 years, I think, to make sure that the process of this law, it's step by step is clear, and also to make sure that every point in this law, it's based on what I mean. Maybe there is some like academic proof, maybe, or something like that. So from my side, if we talk about the impact itself, actually this this regulation is still, is still interpretable. I think in the position of there is some of regulation from this big law, omnibus law, but the implementation is still waiting the final final decision, I think, from constitutional law, I think. So I think there's no impact from this omnibus law right now, but I don't know after 2 years the duration from the court to make sure that government can obey their or govern in the process of this law.
Any more questions? You want to ask question?
Okay.
From the online participant, maybe? Right there. Mau nambahin atau disudahi Mas Eko? Mau nambahin atau disudahi?
Sudah nggak apa-apa.
You can close.
Okay, I think we have today for the ISP. Terima kasih untuk semuanya, pada para peserta terutama juga yang hadir di sini sudah meluangkan waktu untuk indef dan juga yang hadir di Zoom. Ini cukup banyak juga yang hadir di Zoom. Saya ucapkan terima kasih semuanya. Mudah-mudahan acara ini bermanfaat. Mudah-mudahan acara ini bisa menambah wawasan dan pengetahuan dari teman-teman semuanya, dan juga mendorong kalau kami dari ISP, the goal is one is to stimulate to write the opinion in media. I think this is the most important thing. We support the issue, the analysis about the current situation, economic, and the final goal is to make sure that all of the participants will trigger or stimulate to send their opinion to the media. I think that's all, Mr. Fiscal.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we can give applause to. Thank you very much, Mr. Eko. And with this, I think we will end in the School of Political Economy, the 36th in the School of Political Economy 2022 in Busan, South Korea. As Mr. Eko mentioned, we would like to thank everyone who have participated in this in the School of Political Economy, both online and offline participants. I invited many of my students, but it turned out there are participants from Gajah Mada, from Universitas Indonesia, and 2 from Singapore. So we would like to thank everyone again for the participant. And for the offline participant, we have some food left, so please feel free to bring them home with you. All right, thank you very much, and I hope we will see you in the future event of KIAS or of INDEF, and please check our website for any other upcoming events. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. And last picture together. Maybe here with all the online participants. Maybe for the online participant, please turn on your camera. We are going to take picture together with all of you. You will be our background. Right. Okay, please stand on your camera. We are going to take a picture together. Beberapa mahasiswanya Mas Randy ya.
Oh ya,
Aku lihat namanya.
oh iya ya.
Ini. Soalnya saya yang ngajar di kelasnya.
Nggak dapat spanduknya mas.
Oh gitu.
Lu juga nih pada ini.
Ada spanduk. Kita pada oh
Beberapa satu sini, satu sini.
Ayo.
oh ya.
Siap, ikut.
Maybe one here and one there.
Yeah.
Like last time.
This is the last picture.
Last people.
Last picture.
Agak miring.
I think you can join. It's better if they're more Korean.
Hamke.
You look like Korean.
Stuff in the military, yes, I'm Korean. What's your name in Korean?
Wait.
Gimana caranya supaya dia ikut foto?
Iya. Oh itu pakai tripod.
Oke.
Iya, demi spanduk. Ada ini yang kondangan. Iya, ada
Saya jadi mentor.
dari Nasa Tower, iya.
1, 2, 3. Oke.
Kita stop asarnya.
Ini aja nggak apa-apa.
Saya udah berfoto. Saya udah berfoto. Oh, oke.